friend Paul. Okay.
All right. Let's do this thing.
Sure.
My phone is giving me a hard time.
Open is next. Stand by.
Where's my stuff from the other day that I didn't use? So I told them not to get rid of my stuff
No.
because I highlight it and then the work's already done.
We don't.
So where is it? Those are from yesterday. Never used them.
Let's turn it on.
Rhett, the mayor of the airwaves.
Cambridge, UK, Cambridge University in England has hired a Lego professor of play. Yep, this is true. In January 2018, Professor Paul Ramachani will fill the position funded by a $5 million grant from Lego Foundation. A university spokesperson said the doctor will analyze how playing with Lego bricks can ensure children are equipped with skills like problem solving, teamwork, and self-control. You have 6 children, Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
Lego?
Yes. Don't let go
Huh?
of my Lego.
Don't let go of my Lego.
Yeah, little Giorgio and Joseph and Giovanni love to play it. Matter of fact, they're doing a new thing now where little Giorgio and Joseph are coding. They get Legos and they build robots, and they actually sit there on a computer and code software.
No.
Yeah. You'll see. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Like, they just did a mouse. They coded it, and then they draw little lines on paper and put the mouse on top. And the little rodent, this robotic rodent, follows a line wherever they draw it. And it's they've been doing that and making tanks and everything else. It's pretty neat.
Quite bizarre. This coding thing, is it all mathematical?
Yeah, it's binary digits, zeros and ones, and
Okay, so give me a for
X's and
instance.
parent,
And how do you memorize all that?
They go online to this site with memory, and it teaches you what the
Memory's
codes.
his wife.
His wife, yeah, my wife. And they teach you what each thing means. You know, so ons and offs, so zeros and ones.
So what are they? So how do they? I don't get it.
Everything has a representation for something. So, you know, the plus sign may mean to add this to that, and so you put a parenthesis and an asterisk mark and a parenthesis, a plus, and that just each one is a command, and you're typing it in, and you may have to do 1,000 lines of code for it to do something. So it takes a massive amount of focus, and our little to 8-year-old Giorgio will sit there for hours upon hours upon hours coding and building robots, building Legos, and Joseph does the same thing, and so does Giovanni. Yeah, hyper focus.
Yeah,
The three
you know,
boys.
we've been talking about the fact that kids, they're really reading a lot more. Like, for instance, I got this rap song the other day, and it was really good. It was about his Christianity. But this kid had so many lines, I'm wondering how he could possibly remember all that. Mm-hmm. So ostensibly, rap is poetry, and they're exercising their minds, and they're increasing their vocabulary and their articulation, and that's the situation that'll take them from probation and lead them to a better education.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
I say this without hesitation.
Hey, look at you.
Yes, while we're sitting back getting fat and relaxation, they're going to change the world situation.
Yep.
Now,
All through meditation.
and we can read and be in contemplation. Beer bandits in China. Police raided a factory that was making fake Budweiser beer. They knew it was fake because they said it tasted good.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh.
What's horrible?
That joke. That's bad.
Oh, I didn't write it. I
That's a
paid for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Also in the audience today in the studio, we have Beverly Osler.
Yes. Who's she? Oh, she's all dressed in black. I
Smiling.
see a blonde sitting there, and she is dressed in black.
Well, you guys are wearing black.
Colors
Yes.
anymore. down the street, everybody's looking, you know. She's got them high heels on and wearing them black clothes. I see her blind and she is wearing... Anyway. Okay. Tiger Woods says DUI has not damaged his position with golf, although his mugshot has damaged his position with cocktail waitresses. Ha ha. Listen, I think it's the guy was on. It shows his alcohol content was 0, 0, 0, 0.
That's funny.
He took some prescription drugs.
May I?
Is that what he got nailed for?
I'd like to comment on that. What about this is an invasion of privacy? He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was sound asleep in his car, and all of a sudden the news
The
picks
car
up.
was running. It is illegal to be drunk and be behind the driver's seat. That's.
But isn't there a certain courtesy? I mean, I know he's been famous, but here he was in a situation that was, we don't understand why he was taking so much medication.
Spoken like a true liberal. Always err on the side of mercy.
How about a
No, you're saying that.
I agree.
So he took
little.
pills. He took
He's
pills,
in pain.
and he was sleeping.
Yes.
So then, other people that are in pain, both psychologically and physically, that take heroin, should also be granted the same type of freedom as Tiger Woods.
Well, I'm not condoning the fact that he took all that medication. I just think it was an invasion of privacy. Here's a human being who has a problem, and I think it was very discourteous.
I think that we coddle. I think we coddle and
Discourteous.
I think-
Discourteous. You'll see. Think about that. If he's coming down the highway
Yeah.
and he kills your grandchildren.
All right, but this is after the fact. He apparently had been crashing because his tires were, split, and I'm sure that his medication caused him to weave away from the curb and so forth. But
I think we have to hold all people accountable and responsible for their actions. And I think just because this is a person who has celebrity status, he should not be coddled. All we do in America is we coddle our celebrities, and we idolize them and pedestal these
I mean, I
individuals.
agree with that.
Whether they're a celebrity athlete, or a cinema athlete, cinema celebrity, it doesn't really matter. And he needs to be arrested. Look at what he did last time. He got in his vehicle in his home in Orlando or wherever it was, West Jensen, and sped off, smashed into a mailbox. His wife allegedly broke his window when he was having an affair with all the prostitutes. You look at that, and he was forgiven again. He was brought back. Enough is enough.
Well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
You, of all people, better watch out.
Why?
I do want to tell you this.
Why?
Because I agree with you, but I
So I should
know
watch
where you're
out
coming
because of
from. But he lost his dad. You haven't lost your dad yet.
Right.
When he lost his dad. And let me tell you, that's why he went into a spin. He went out with all those women because he's trying to fill an empty hole.
No
And
way.
Excuse
See,
me.
no way, Rhett.
Excuse
That's
me.
an excuse. It's
Oh,
an
God.
excuse.
I
There's
will watch what you say.
hundred-
The
no.
universe has a way of coming and going to block
There's
you,
a
knock you in the back of your head.
hundreds of millions of people in this country that has lost a loved one. You're telling me, because it's a lack of coping mechanisms, you're telling me that hundreds of millions of people have
hold on.
went out with
I'm saying
prostitutes and have drunk
I'm saying that
drank and drove.
he needs to learn those coping mechanisms.
Yeah,
There just needs to be some
I
sort
agree
of a
with that.
safety net. There needs to be some education. I'm not saying it's okay. What he did is
Good.
totally wrong.
Good, we agree.
So we already know that. Too bad you have to go there to the base. We already far surpassed the basics
but you're
here.
more advanced than me, and that's
Who the
why.
heck do you
that's
think you are?
I can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
That's why your league's ahead of me, and
Who?
your league's ahead of me.
That's right. Don't
Yes,
you forget it.
and don't I forget
Leagues.
that.
And I
Leagues,
got
baby.
Yes,
Leagues.
and I got leagues of water ahead of you.
I even like leagues in potatoes. Leeks.
Yeah, I like leeks and
Yeah.
potatoes.
So
My wife
anyway,
makes a leek soup.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Leek soup is great.
But yeah, I think we coddle these people too much. And I've met Tiger Woods 3 times.
No, but the reason I bring up the fact that he is trying to fill that empty void is to educate the people that are listening who will go through it and try and attempt to fill a void and not know what they're doing. People who are eating,
You mean unconsciously?
You've been through nothing.
Listen, unconsciously.
You have this little idyllic life with your little 6 children and your wife. Your dad and your mom are wonderful people. You've had a little bit of, lately with Larry. I'm concerned about Larry. I love Larry.
Yeah, my dad.
And but you haven't been whacked out in the back of the head. I tell you what, when you get hit with misfortune, that's why I need to mention these things on the radio so someone will go, oh, that's why I'm doing. I remember Rhett Palmer talking about the fact that when Barbara was in hospitals, 9 hospital visits, 7 operations for cancer. It was a dark, dark tunnel, and I was there sitting, eating ice cream every night, not knowing I was eating that Bluebell to comfort myself. You don't know it when you're doing it. Oh, well, Rhett shouldn't have done that. Rhett should be condemned for his gluttony. Well, let me tell you something. Somebody out there, people do things when they're under stress, and it's wrong. It's wrong. There's a guy in town here. He was attempting to be sober for many years and actually had quite a bit of time of sobriety. Decides to go out one morning and drink. Gives in. I'm going to run from the world by drinking. The consequence is he drives down US 1. Do you remember the story? And he killed 3 people that morning. Now, this is a young man. He's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. Almost.
Well, like my dad,
3 people are gone.
My mom and dad were hit by a drunk driver.
Recently.
Yeah, just like a couple months ago.
And
my dad's in excuriating pain. He's having a hard time walking, and he's, the pain.
Is this person going to be,
Yeah, he was arrested, and he failed the breathalyzer on the scene. Officers did a fantastic job at the sheriff's department processing the whole scene, and they were very cognizant of the 4 people that got, or 3 people, 3 other vehicles that got hit by this drunk driver, and it was a bad situation. It could have been a lot worse. And
did you say Bernie Grohl was in one of the cars, or something?
I'm not mentioning anybody's names that were in any other cars, but the one big thing is I was president of SAD when I was in high school, and also SADD,
Students Against Drunk Drivers.
Yeah, SADD, and also in college, and I've always 100% been opposed to taking any substance that alters your mood, your personality, anything, your alertness, and while driving. I'm just always been opposed to that, and I don't buy this. I like to call it the sissy stuff that you're talking about. Like, oh yeah, well, he's going through a rough patch, and therefore he should be drinking and driving.
You're looking at it too hard.
I think.
Look what happened. Look, people are stupid too. Okay, 2 years ago. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Over here. Hey, yo!
Look at that handsome face.
Oh,
hey, yo, Adrian!
Oh, you're the star of the show.
Oh, yeah, don't forget about me. I got something to say.
He's the mayor of the airways.
I got
something
to say. You're going to listen today. So I don't know, it was 2 or 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Now, I always thought that it's illegal to drink and drive. And anyway, and I don't drink anymore. Well, anyway, and I hope it stays that way. I don't like that stuff. But anyway, so what are we doing here?
She's giving me a bottle of water.
Okay, great. My word, you drink a lot of water.
I do. Every time I'm on the show.
Jeez, we're going to have to build a chair with a toilet in it for you over there. And Mr. B is laughing. Did we get that on the air, Mr. B? You have your microphone on, Mr. B!
Okay, can you...
So what was I saying? So anyway, I go to a... I don't know, it was a Memorial Day picnic, and it could have been the other end of summer. What's the other end? Is it Labor Day? Okay. So, which is it? Don't give me that look.
It's Labor Day at the other end.
Now he spit up water all over his shirt. We must have gotten the essay. I mean, that's a brand new black shirt you have on, right?
No.
This is a brand new black shirt I have on.
It's about 5 years old, 6 years
old. Oh, yeah?
Your story.
But my shirt's better than your shirt. You know
your
why?
shirt is, yeah.
You want to know why, right?
Because
of
the white stripe around the...
What is this called? What ladies would know what this is called?
I don't know.
By the way, your hair looks fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Can you finish your story?
You went to the hairstylist yesterday, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Squirrel.
Squirrel what?
That's on a movie,
you know what
Up,
it is?
a Disney
May
movie.
I explain?
What
It's the humidity.
Oh, giddy up. Hey, Rhett, can you, for all the listeners out there biting their nails, can you finish your story?
Okay.
What's
so
your story?
I go to one party, It was Memorial Day or Labor Day, I forget. And then I go to this other party. Actually, it's I should say it's Stanford Erickson's house. Okay,
Yeah.
The former White House correspondent. He was on yesterday.
Hemingway.
And Hemingway. So anyway, I go to his house, and all these people are there. Oh, Rhett Palmer. Oh, Rhett Palmer. Listen to you every day. And, and of course, it always feels good to hear that. You'll see why I'm bringing that up later on. So anyway, I had been having this problem with a tooth, and the doctor had given me what's the stuff that they give you?
Novocaine?
No, you take a pill.
Oxycontin, Percocet,
No,
It's something
Percodan.
it's,
Yeah,
put on-
codeine,
yeah.
codeine or something.
Oh,
Maybe it was Oxycontin. I don't know.
don't
I've never
know.
had Oxycontin. But anyway, codeine or something. So anyway, no, Oxycontin I would have been alert about because I know about with Rush Limbaugh and all that stuff. Okay, so it must have been the other stuff that I mentioned. What's the
Okay.
stuff I just mentioned?
Codeine.
Codeine. Cocaine around my brain. Anyway, so I all of a sudden this pain's not going. So I dropped. That's the '60s vernacular for taking a pill. I dropped one of those pills, put it down my throat. So I'm at this party and I'm not feeling anything. I said, "Gee, this pain won't go." I said, "That pill didn't do a dang thing. Maybe I should take two." So I took another one, and all of a sudden I'm out in their living room with the host and the hostess, and I'm going. I apologize, but I can't even go into your kitchen and say goodbye to my fans. And they'd all been so nice. I felt so rude. I said, I'm leaving and I'm going to my car now. So I'm driving up.
Jeez.
So I'm driving. Well, I thought it was just alcohol. So I'm driving going, and I was thinking, if this was alcohol, it'd be illegal. I'm thinking because it's a medicine, it's okay. So I get home, and I throw up. I go up, run upstairs, throw up. It took till next day, 2 o'clock, to get over this stuff. And I thought, my gosh, So, but look, I am just your typical dumb on-air individual who thought it was limited to alcohol. Duh, Forrest Gump, Rhett Palmer, a.k.a. Forrest Gump,
I
I
think
didn't realize that,
it's-
You
Well,
you could have had an accident.
yeah, you could have killed
And
somebody.
that's what
Yeah.
you're talking about regarding
Yeah.
Mr. Woods.
I look at the risks that are
I
associated.
met a guy recently who was driving the car. You love your dad. Endlessly. You love your dad above
Yeah.
self.
Yeah.
Okay. And his dad was in the car, and he'd been drinking. He had an accident.
Oh,
And the father still has to go for neurosurgery
Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
horrible.
And his father's lived, but
is this guy sober now?
yeah.
Yeah.
But your own dad.
Yeah, look, I've heard and I've seen way too many scenarios from people who consume a mind-altering substance and
Call
drive.
somebody. Today, there's all kinds of
Oh,
mercy
man,
out there. Just get on the
yeah.
phone. You could call a cop, say, "This is Rhett. Yeah, I listen to your show every day, Rhett.
I was at a
I've been taking too much medicine." And
I was at a
Give me a
wedding.
ride.
I was at a wedding in L.A. and
So what do you want, an
we were
award?
we were up in the mountains, and we were all drinking, and
you.
we had to go. Yeah, and I don't drink very much, and I literally had a couple of drinks, like
Yeah.
2 beers,
Yeah.
and I was gone,
Yeah.
and I couldn't walk
Where'd
back.
you go?
I couldn't walk back to the hotel, so I went to the law enforcement officer because they were actors, and so
The law enforcement were actors?
so the people's wedding. So what they did is they sealed the whole perimeter of this place, and they had law enforcement officers as security.
Yeah.
And so nobody would, raid or crash the party. So when we walked outside, I said, I got to get a ride back.
Yeah.
So I went to the officer and I said, hey, can I ride with you? He goes, sure, just hop in the. He said, where are you going? I said, across the street, and it was up in the mountains. I said, can I sit in the back? So he said, yeah, sure. Because he said, get in the front. I was like, no, I'll sit in the back. Put me in the back. So he put me in the back, and he just drove me across the street to the hotel.
So you look like a criminal.
No, but he just drove me to the front and then let me
I
out.
would've liked
My
a
friends
photo
were
of
cracking
that.
up. Yeah, it was.
We could put that in Vero's voice.
He was a
magazine.
super nice officer, and we had a great time. But I did not feel safe to walk back because it was walking across a little highway in between the two properties. And, people are driving around there. They can go pretty fast. And a lot of people are drinking and driving.
I'm too wonk to talk.
And they were drinking and driving and stuff. And I'm just opposed
All right.
to that.
I got to take a break. More uninteresting stories coming your way when we return.
Could you open this? This is
Yeah.
what I meant.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm drinking it. Oh, here. I didn't drink out of it. There.
Well, here.
Thank you. So, yeah, but I mean, I am 100% opposed to drinking and driving. There's no excuse for it. Here you have me,
Hey, we're
who
off
had
the
some
air.
drinks. I don't care. You had me, who had some drinks, and did not want to walk back to a hotel because I would impose danger on others and myself. And that's what people should do. That's just basic logical thinking.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you. Yes, doesn't Beverly look? You look very good today.
What's that?
Make an excuse for
You look
Tiger Woods,
you look
Rhett
like a hot
Parr.
mama today.
How dare
I hear
you?
you. Well,
You look like a hot mama today, baby.
maybe I am.
Ooh. What about Tiger Woods?
Making excuses for Woods.
Well, if you're going to be a celebrity, I love this Indian saying, if you want a place in the sun, you must accept the blisters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true.
Yeah, I agree
I
completely.
mean, if Rhett does anything wrong, it's going to make a headline.
Yeah. And I'm not one to make excuses for people. I just, it's just that. I mean, I think that we've gotten in the habit of creating excuses, and that's why we have the problems that we have in our country right now.
We're playing the part of victims.
Yeah. And you know that song that you're playing right now? There's a song that is exactly like that. Stuck in the Middle. Have you ever heard it?
Hey, I'm writing a song. I don't want to hear another melody.
No, it's I'm so tired of being stuck in the middle. Life is a
I don't
riddle.
want to hear no other melody when I'm writing one for me.
I'm trying to think of that. It's a theme song.
Who
Stuck
do you
in the middle,
think
I'm
you
so
are?
tired.
Just a
Life
fool.
is a riddle.
Hey, stop it! Stop it! I'm going the other route.
No, I'm gonna follow you.
He wants an audience.
I love that guy.
Well, Joseph, I know that you've had some experience in life that probably you wish didn't happen.
Yeah.
The financial
Of course.
situation and all. But there's some people who have really deep problems. I mean,
Yeah.
really deep. Molestation,
Yeah.
as being. I've had some of those.
Mhm.
And I don't tell many people, but it's there.
Yeah, of course it is.
I try not to be a victim.
Yeah.
But if I'm responding in a certain way, it's because I'm responding to my own.
Look, I've had those problems. One problem in particular as well. But you know what? Oh well. Was it my fault?
It's past.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Was it my fault? No. So you move on in life. And
I know.
And that's the thing. But so many times, people can dwell on that,
Yeah.
and it really further perpetuates the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And on our end, the last thing we can do.
Don't forget today's the beginning of hurricane season. Get them start talking about
Oh yeah,
that.
that's great.
We're talking
I like
about
that.
celebrities and drunkenness.
We'll
and-
talk about that.
Yeah.
I'll put it right there.
Okay.
I'll mention it.
All right. Well, he's got this. The difference between a watch and a warning. So.
Yeah. Good.
No, very, very good. But it's like you can't rewind. It's
Nope.
gone. But some of those experiences, that's your foundation. And
Yeah.
if you can overcome that, that makes you stronger. But it also gives you empathy.
It does. But the reality of it is, when you look at a country with a population of 319 million people,
Is that many we have?
that's just in the United States, and a little over 30 million in Canada, and 7 billion in this world. When you look at those numbers, you could definitely quantify that there's so many people that have had horrible, horrible, horrible things happen to them, egregious things happen to them, that are not drug addicts and not alcoholics.
Right.
To say that one of those things makes you an alcoholic and makes you a drug addict, is wrong. That alcohol and that pill never jumps off the counter into your mouth. You have to take the initiative to take it and drink it. I've never been a drinker. And literally, if I drink 1 or 2 glasses of beer or wine, I'm gone.
Me too. One glass of
Yeah,
wine.
I'm gone. And I have the weight behind me and I'm drunk. I mean, I'm drunk. I went to a buddy's house. We had 2 glasses of wine and I was sick to the point where I almost vomited
Oh, I hate that.
on 2 glasses of wine. And they were small. It wasn't a full glass. I mean, it's just, I don't like alcohol. And just my whole thing is, I think that we try to create excuses for people, and when we do that, I think we could empathize. We could feel bad for them.
Yeah.
When something bad happens to them.
But that's an escape. So what do you use as an escape? You don't resort
Busyness.
What's that?
Busyness.
Oh, okay. Everybody copes in a different way,
Yeah.
don't they?
But that's self-trained. I mean, I make myself busy because I think truly that idle time is the devil's hands. I believe that. I believe if we're sitting there twiddling our thumbs, it is really easy to reach over out of boredom and grab this and to take a swig out of it because we have nothing to do.
You're pointing out something. People are afraid to daydream. Sometimes I can go
I
to
daydream
another
every morning.
zone, and that's my escape.
Yeah,
I think of things and I dream of things. Yeah.
I do that in the morning in the shower.
Oh,
At 5 o'clock. So 4:30 or 5 o'clock. I'll get in the shower, and for 30 minutes, I will let my brain just wander. I just think of everything. I think,
That's
and then
great.
at the last 5 minutes of that shower, I'll think about step by step what I need to do for the day, and I plan out my day from the beginning to the very end in those 5 minutes, and then I'm done. So
I think that is so good. See, that's your escape. I mean, I find that is so important.
yeah, and it's very productive. I like thinking of. I always start off though. The very first thing I do, I start off with a very positive thought, and a very happy thought every single morning. So then I wake up. I'm 98% of the time, 99% of the time, I'm super happy.
It's
And,
always going.
yeah,
I did a video once of different people in Stowe, Vermont, and I asked them, where do you get your ideas? You would be amazed. It was so wonderful to listen to them. The shower is a big one.
yeah.
Riding in the cars and
Oh yeah, I love that.
or being
Oh.
at a boring concert
1 minute
or
to
a
open, Rhett.
lecture.
Come on, Rhett.
Your mind goes and goes.
I love road trips. I love driving. I love driving by myself.
I'd rather drive than be the passenger.
Yeah, I can't be a passenger. You know what's interesting? My whole life, I went to the movies by myself.
Yeah, I go to the movies by myself.
I've always preferred a movie by myself than with anybody else.
No comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hyper focused on the movie, being lost, and then
All right,
transcending, becoming
Quiet.
that character in that movie.
15 seconds.
Don't want to. I'm going to talk all the way until the end of the 15.
Open
better
in
not.
10 seconds.
I will.
Stand by
Fire your
I got
ass.
10 seconds.
Mr. B wants us to talk about the hurricane season.
Little bit of reverb on Rhett. Little. Did you, B.O.? Because I just took a shower.
No, I took a shower too.
Phew, I took a shower. There's somebody in here who smells B.O. But I didn't smell it in there, but I smelled it in here. I keep smelling it in here. Might be me, I don't know.
I showered.
You don't
with
smell.
Dial.
I don't smell it.
Well, I do. That must mean he who dealt it smelt it.
Do you know those are
Hold
mine?
on.
Those are mine.
Hold on! You treat her so ugly, boy. You treat her like a fool. Ooh, you fool. You keep putting that girl down. She ain't gonna be hanging around. Ooh, you fool. Hey, you big fool. You need to go back to charm school. Nobody likes it when you come around. You always got bad news, and you're bringing us down. Ooh, you fool. There you go. How do you like it?
Always. Always.
The audience loved it. You hear that applause?
Is that? That's right. The audience loved it. Just wrote that 2 minutes ago.
All right.
Who, you fool. Who,
See,
who you
that's
fool.
his escape.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's beautiful. He goes into a situation and he creates.
He has a lot of escapes.
Yeah.
Rhett has a bunch of escapes. He writes poetry. He
There are
plays
escapes?
music. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great place for the mind
Put
to
you in
go.
another place.
It's very therapeutic.
Is it really?
Yeah. Writing
Yeah.
and
Oh.
that's why to me music is so critical. I love listening to music. It just takes me to another place. It's so relaxing. On break, Bev and I were talking, Beverly Osler. We were talking about when you drive and when you're by yourself, your brain just gets to completely relax. I mean, even though you're paying attention to everything around you, it's just there's a point of relaxation that you experience.
You know that your blood pressure goes down 64% when you read. Wow. Yes, reading's very good for you. I just read it.
Let's read that.
I did.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So if someone
Wait a minute,
there's
what?
no way. There's no
What?
way. That means if your blood pressure was 100 over 80,
I don't
your number would
know.
be 64
Hey.
over
You
39.
heard
No
what happened,
way.
You heard what happened when I went out to Portland, right? That I stayed in. I forgot. I was staying in a little motel there, and I forgot to take
Your blood
my
pressure.
blood pressure pills.
Yeah.
So my niece and nephew picked me up, or what's that? What's the car thing now? Hula.
Uber. They lost
Uber.
$718 million this quarter.
Why?
They're getting slaughtered. The CFO is leaving the company.
Why?
I don't know. It's a low margin business, and
That's a shame. They did something very new with.
well, they're not exiting the business. It's just they just took a massive hit, and they're doing they're billion,
780 million.
718 or something like
Just,
that.
all I want is just a few.
Oh, here we go. Then work for it.
Tell us about
Go out there, create Uber.
I do work, you
No,
bum.
work for it.
Just because you make 12 million cookies a day.
Work for it.
Yeah. I got rich friends like you, and I
Work
should suck
for it.
off of them.
I'm,
Parasitic.
you know what
Palmer.
makes you rich? You know what makes you rich?
What?
I don't know. Something.
Parasitic Palmer.
Somebody said something to me the other day.
Uh-oh, was
we had
it bad?
we had a barbecue at the house on
I
Saturday.
wasn't invited, folks.
No, we had a barbecue at the house, and it was too unhealthy food for you.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
anyway,
good story.
we wanted
Nobody
this.
loves me. I'm gonna
They
go
came
eat
over.
worms.
They came over, and he says, "Money cures everything, but what you want it to."
What do you mean?
So I started thinking about that when he said it, and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty profound when you think about it."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you
Try
have a
owing
disease,
the IRS a bunch of money
If
and
you-
see if it don't make you
doesn't-
happy.
yeah,
Okay.
if you have it, if you
Yeah.
have a disease, an incurable disease,
Oh yeah.
you can have all the money in the world, and you'll never be
yeah.
cured. You know?
Yeah. It's happened.
Yeah.
Look at that billionaire down in South Florida. He killed that person, remember, at the corner for driving drunk? And he fought it with the best legal people you can buy in the world. He's sitting behind bars today.
Yeah.
Can't buy me love.
Was he drinking and
no,
driving?
Everybody tells me so.
Was it-
Can't
yeah.
buy me. Would you? Was
that a drinking and driving?
You're not supposed to interrupt
Was
me
that
once
a
I
drinking
begin
and driving?
singing. Do not
Was
interrupt me.
that a drinking and driving incident?
Don't interrupt the mayor.
Hey, was that a drinking and driving incident?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I didn't remember that.
Well, then, can I finish my
I
song
needed your
now?
expert
See, Mr.
comments on
Mr.
that.
B, when I start to sing a song like this, it means that you're supposed to, in a hurriedly fashion, go immediately to the other computer and download "Can't Buy Me Love" by the Beatles, or pick out one of those CDs over there, which undoubtedly
I thought
has
you-
one of those.
I thought
What?
you were gonna tell Mr. P
What?
when I start singing "Kill Joseph's Mike."
And that's a good idea too. That's actually that's an idea.
Well, you
Why
started.
not? You know,
You
Oh, I
started
love
so-
it.
my fans like my songs.
Yeah, well, they should. They're
Yeah,
great.
they should. They're
I
my
find-
fans.
I love your. I love when you sing.
You're full of donkey dust.
No, I love when you sing. I do. I really do. I just don't like it when you're in the middle of a thought or somebody else's, and you jump in and you interrupt them with a song.
All right.
So
Trying to be cute or something. Yeah.
yeah,
No, it's not.
but I like
Doesn't look good for a man to be.
to be cute.
No.
Oh,
You've had too many cookies. And you know what?
yeah.
You don't bring us cookies anymore. You used to bring boxes and sacks, it's true. I like the chocolate chip. Yes, Mr. B, you have something to say?
Watch.
Why did you ring the bell, Mr.
Watch versus warning. Oh shoot!
What?
Yeah,
Hey,
Mr. B
hold
asked
on.
for Mr. B asked for cookies.
Mr.
and-
B? Oh, that he's reminding. What?
Yeah, I was.
He doesn't bring us any cookies anymore.
No,
Right.
he doesn't. Okay, give me a little reverb here, Mr. B. Okay. You don't bring me cookies anymore.
I have to go buy them. I go to the Dollar Tree or Dollar General or Big Lots and I buy them, just like you would for $1. It's cheaper for me to buy them than have them shipped all the way from my factory.
You know, baloney.
No, yes, it is.
Baloney.
It's cheaper
Baloney.
to go buy them for $1.
Yeah.
Go on UPS right now and put in 12 bags of
Hey, can we
cookies.
order Joseph's cookies at Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon
can?
or josephslikecookies.com.
Well, I need to stay with because they're not low caloric.
95
They need
calories
be-
for 8. I mean, come on. Or-
95 calories for
Actually,
eight.
it's,
Yeah, you wanna
8
know
for
You know
4.
what size they are,
Or
ladies
40.
and gentlemen? They're the size of your thumbnail if you're a big man.
They're actually the size of a quarter.
All right, they're the size of a quarter.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Actually, I would think they were a little bit bigger than a quarter. They're not.
Oh, they are slightly bigger
Little
than a
slightly
quarter,
bigger.
but most people can picture a quarter.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't want to say a 37
That's
and a
very
half
good.
cent piece.
That's very descriptive.
Yeah.
So 12 million cookies a day.
Yep.
So if you're making, let's just say you're not even making 1 penny a cookie.
See, this is funny.
I wanna
You
figure-
always go into.
What? How much?
First of all, we make more than a penny a cookie, but
Mm-hmm.
we always.
make a penny a cookie.
Okay, whatever.
On that
Always
little
goes
thing,
into
you
the
think
money.
you're making a penny? That little cookie?
Well, Rhett, I'm not going to.
Okay. How many cookies in a package?
Oh, I knew you were going to go in that
How many?
direction.
The
too.
little chocolate chip package, how many?
When you go to the store today and buy them, you can look at the serving
Just
size,
tell
multiply
me.
it by
How
the
much?
amount of cookies per
How
serving.
many cookies are in
How
there?
many ounces?
On average?
About 48.
48. Okay, let's just, for easy math, let's say 50.
Sure.
So 50, that would be 50. So if you sell it for $1, that means a half a cent per cookie. No, that means 2 cents per cookie. Okay. Bad with math. Okay, so you're grossing
I'm just letting you run with this one.
You're grossing 2 cents per cookie, but you also have to pay for the packaging. You also have to pay for the shipping, and you have to give the store thing. So what percentage you make? I'm betting out of $1, you might get a nickel. Am I right?
Oh, I'm not saying anything to
He always
this. This is
breaks
a.
down
This
the
is a.
financial
Come on.
aspect.
Yeah, come on. No,
Go
no.
ahead.
This is the new business show that I'm hosting.
I'm going to get into
So if you
making
do 12
cookies.
million cookies a day, I want to know.
I'm horrible at business. I don't understand
Yeah.
numbers at all.
What did you drive here today? Is that the
That's my dad's car.
Rolls-Royce? Oh,
No, that's
yeah.
my dad's car.
What car is that?
Equise.
Who?
Equise.
Oh, you got that out of Tommy's.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy. I miss Tommy. Tommy's a good guy.
He is a
I
great
love
guy.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yes.
When I love somebody, it's forever. Tommy out at Route 60 Hyundai. He owns it with his wife,
Yes.
Anne Marie. I've known them for many years.
And they expanded that whole lot.
Yes.
They doubled
And they
the
now have
size
this
of it.
upper end car that's
Genesis.
coming in. The Genesis. Mm-hmm. But
Somebody told me they discontinued the Equise. They only made it for a couple of
Equus.
years. Yeah, Equus.
Equise.
Equise.
Oh my God. You're making me ill at ease with this Equise.
Tomato.
Tomato. But they're starting a new line, just like Toyota came up with Lexus.
Good boy.
Now, well, Hyundai's coming up with.
Oh, I thought you were going to make
What does your father have?
Equise.
No, the other one, Genesis. The whole
My
line.
dad doesn't have a Genesis.
He did. Your father owned a Genesis.
He did?
Yes. A couple
When?
years ago. Absolutely. He was one of the first people to buy one from Tommy.
My dad?
Your dad.
How long did
Let's
he own
call
this
Larry
said
and
car?
find out.
How long-
Everybody's listening to the show going, I don't give a damn what his father's
I was just
driving.
thinking that.
Yeah,
You know?
me too. Me too. I'm thinking the same thing. Who cares what he's driving?
What are you talking about? You fool, you fool. You better take yourself and go back to charm school. You like my little new song?
You know, you guys keep talking about money. I love the quote from Sophie Tucker.
Yes.
I've been rich and I've been poor, but I like being rich much better.
Yeah.
Me too. So,
So true.
Yeah,
I was gonna tell
try
you.
paying the IRS if you don't have money.
I'll tell you this. If you want to take a real estate class or a finance class,
Yeah.
I'm teaching at Indian River State College.
Now, if you say too much, I'll have to send them a bill, you know.
Well, you can send them all the bills you want.
Yeah,
I don't know if they'll pay you, but
Tell me more.
yeah. So I'll be teaching a finance
more.
class. It will be at night at Indian River State School. It'll be in Vero Beach at the Mueller campus, and it's a 2.5-hour class. It's summer B when that starts, which is the second session in summer school, and then I'll be teaching real estate in main campus in Fort Pierce Monday through Thursday. It's only 2 weeks long. It's a summer session as well, summer B, and we're only in class for 8 days. So Monday through Thursday, we're done. You take the state exam, and so you'll have a lot. I mean, it's a blast. The class is super fast paced, but we have a lot of fun, and so it's like from 8 to 4:30.
That's a good preparation to the exam.
Yeah, it's an excellent preparation. So if you've been thinking about it, postponing it, I tell a lot of people, look, if you're going to school and you're going to spend 4 years in school, $25,000 in debt, unless you go to IRSC, it's a much more affordable school.
Right. You're boring 99% of my
No,
listeners.
I think people will agree with this.
What?
You come out with a degree
Yeah.
and you make very, very little. I was talking to a home inspector yesterday, and he went and got a degree in the liberal arts with Spanish literature.
Yeah.
I said, if you were to do life over again, would you get a Spanish lit degree? And he said, I loved it. It was the most fun I've ever had in college, but I can't
know.
make any money.
I got a fine arts. I went for fine arts. You know what that's worth?
Nothing.
That's when Mr. B should be going boo 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 doo.
Yeah.
Mr. B. Mr. B. Boo doo boo doo. Wake up in there. Are you on the phone or something?
I'm on the phone.
Well, get off the phone during showtime. Boo doo boo doo.
Rhett, I think you applied your fine arts.
Come on, where's my boo doo boo doo? What? Hey, no. The show takes priority over any phone call. We need the boo doo doo. No, the show takes. He's on the phone. The show takes priority over phone calls.
Well, who knows? You don't know who he's talking to. It's probably something about something with the radio.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't?
No.
So if you had a caller, if it was Donald Trump's press secretary right now calling to get on the Rhett Palmer show, because he listens on iHeartRadio on Air Force One, you would say...
the
"Don't
only
answer."
reason you can take the call priority is if Donald Trump himself calls. You know?
Okay, so how about Julia Roberts?
No.
No,
Bob Dylan, yes.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, Donald Trump,
Donald Trump.
George
Bob Dylan.
Bush Sr.
Bob Dylan first.
There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
Bob Dylan.
Why don't you meet Bob Dylan?
I don't know how to meet him. I don't even want to interview him. I just want to have him over to the house for a barbecue and friends.
You don't want much. You don't want much.
No, I don't.
You know what the problem is?
just wanna
Every
hang.
one of those individuals. Okay, it's like you.
Yeah.
You go out in public and you love people. You always tell me how much you love people and you love learning about people.
People who love people.
Let me finish my thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please.
Just because
So-
I start singing doesn't mean you have to stop. This is background. It's punctuation.
Yeah. So now I forgot what I was going to say. So his point was worthless.
Well, if you did, then you really need
No, but you say you know how much you love people, and you go out to all these public events, but you always kind of wait. Now you haven't said this to me, so let me ask this question to you: do you ever feel like you wait for someone to ask you for something? Like you waiting kind of for the shoe to drop. Oh, Rhett, I love you. You bear the airwaves. I watch your show all the time. Would you mind contributing to, or would you do this for us for free, or would you? Do you get that quite a bit?
Oh, yeah.
Always.
So,
You've been with me. You hear it a lot.
Yeah.
and so you have Bob Dylan, who somebody comes up, oh,
Yeah.
I love your music, you're great, blah, 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 blah. Hey, I
It's
have
all
this
about them.
recording. Yeah.
Instead of being about him.
Yeah.
How do you make it about him? So I'm going to meet Bob Dylan. How do I make it about him?
You never talk about what he does for a living.
I've noticed that. He has friends, and this one guy was a guitarist with him for a while. Anyway, so he's over at the house and spending some time. So one day he said he started a little bit fawning over him. He said he was never invited back.
Nope.
I
Yeah.
explained, well, okay, so what does that mean? Like,
They just want to be
Yeah.
themselves without being guarded and
Yeah,
without
but come
ever
on,
being asked
you
for
know,
anything.
you
You
know.
find out hobbies, you find out like interests, and you never talk about their profession. You know, it's like when I'm having a barbecue, I don't want to talk about productivity issues at my factory.
well, Bob
You know-
likes to talk about music, I'm sure. But I will tell you this. You know, I met Arlo Guthrie. Actually, we've become very friendly. I mean,
Maybe he
we
doesn't want
text-
to talk about music.
We text back and forth. And Arlo intimidates me. You want to know why? Now, you look at him with his big, long hair, and you think he's a hippy-dippy-doodle guy. He is one of the brightest people that's ever walked into the studio.
Wow.
He is bright, bright, bright. You want to know who else is bright? God knows who he picks. Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I spent a lot of time with that guy.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, all I want to do when I was 19 years of age and I had $25 million and I could buy anything. I could get any girl I wanted and I could just buy her a car. In other words, he could seduce any woman he wanted in the world. And he said, all I want to do now, I just want to have a family. I just want to have a family. And then after I did that interview with him and spent some time with him, he went off. Remember, he had a daughter and the daughter was killed.
Yeah, on a treadmill.
I would give anything to give him a hug. He was the nicest guy. We spent some time together. I said, what about biting the guy's ear? Because everybody wants to know. What about him biting the ear? He said, man, nobody pays attention to what he did to me. In other words, he was hitting him in the groin, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, no one pays attention. There's always two sides of the story, and then there's the truth, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
What who's that, what is his name? Artie, what'd you say his name was?
Who you talking
Garfunkel?
yeah, what about Art Garfunkel?
Is that who it is? That
No.
that you're
Anyway,
friends?
who said this? If we don't succeed, we run the risk of failure. You probably met him because I interviewed him. Republicans understand the importance of bondage between a mother and a child. What a waste it is to lose one's mind, or not to have a mind, is being very wasteful. How true that is. One word sums up probably the responsibility of any vice president. There's your clue.
Yeah.
And that one word is to be prepared. 3 words.
Dan Quayle.
Yes, yes, he got it right. Dan Quayle, congratulations. You just won a gift certificate to C.J. Cannon's, the restaurant with a beautiful panoramic view of Vera's Municipal Airport Strip for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. C.J. Cannon's, and you'll be going there in Rhett Palmer's brand new Mercedes-Benz. He has an E-Class, he has a GLE. Where did he get it? At Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce. There's a sale going on right now. Go see Mark. Go see Mark. Mark is the guy who sold us our cars. There's a sale going on right now at Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce. Test drive the GLE. Wonderful SUV. Looks big, but it's actually small. Fits into any parking spot. Get the new E-Class. Ooh, smooth as silk riding down the highway. The sale is on right now at Fort Pierce, Mercedes-Benz. Go see Mark.
That was nice.
Is it all right if I leave until 10 o'clock?
That was nice.
I
You're going to
enjoyed-
leave until 10?
Until 10. I have an errand to go. Okay.
What do you
You
do?
know
You
what?
okay?
I want to tell you something. Smell me. I put new perfume on. Somebody gave me as a gift. Does that smell like BO?
No, it doesn't. It's a little musky smell.
Let me smell.
Spicy.
No, that smells good.
Well, what, you know, when you said BO, I'm thinking,
Smell me, Rhett. Smell me. See if it's my shirt.
no, I didn't smell anything.
No, you don't. No, honestly.
Yeah,
me.
you got
It
a
is
little.
me.
Yeah.
No, I just put there's a brand new shirt, and I
Somebody-
just took a shower.
Somebody tried it on. Okay, I'll be back at 10 o'clock.
Where are you doing it?
I
It's
have
not
some-
you. You don't smell.
I'm
She's
leaving
gonna go home and
on
take a shower.
Monday or Tuesday. I have a lot of errands. I will be
Oh.
back at 10. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have BO. You know, those are my initials. BO.
Beverly Osler.
Yeah, BO. I'll be back at 10, okay?
Okay.
I couldn't interrupt anyway, but I think you want to check this out. Okay, he's our buddy. I'll be back.
Okay, thanks.
I'm glad I don't.
And I'm going to the zoo. Gonna see the big giraffe. Them bear monkeys, they always making me laugh.
I'm listening to your words. Okay. There.
All right, go on, go. Okay, don't say anything. I'm going to the zoo. I love them big giraffes. I love to play with the monkeys, man. They're funny, they make me laugh. I'm going to the zoo. Ooh, would you like to go to the zoo too? Hey, catch the new issue of Vero's Voice magazine, the magazine of choice. They visit the Brevard Zoo. Let's go to the zoo together. What do you think? You didn't even listen, did you? Okay, so go here. So who was on the phone, Mr. B?
There was somebody that wanted to speak to Eric Flowers, and that was very rude. I could not speak to him with you yelling in this squawk box.
No. Priority. No phone calls. Matter of fact, you put the phone down. No, priority absolutely is the show, not phone calls. They call and they interrupt you, just say, 1 moment, please, put it down until you're free.
Well, that will be never, because you were squawking in the squawk box.
Mr. B? Mr. B! You are to smile and be happy, Mr. B. Well, that's good. And I'm breaking down. No, but really, one thing about Mel, he never took a phone call. We shouldn't have those phones in there, so he's bugged.
He's got a very valid point.
Who does?
He does.
And what's that?
That when the phone call rings and you answer it,
Yeah.
you're both right. He should have answered the phone. And if he was busy doing operations, then he should have said, can you hold 1 minute, please? Put him on hold, focus on whatever he's doing, and then when it goes on break or whatever, then he picks up the phone because it buys him a minute or 2 minutes. It could be a critical listener. You could have had a celebrity call in or somebody from around the country.
But it's okay, no matter who they are, even if it's the
You
president.
should
say,
always answer the phone.
Answer the phone, but say hold. Hold on, please.
If it's the president of the United States, you don't say hold.
Baloney.
When the White House called our offices, we put them on hold, they hung up. And then they called back and said, we have the president of the United States waiting for you, waiting for you. Please don't hang up. We thought it was a prank. Bush. We thought.
Why did he call you?
See, because I was getting an award from him at the White House.
Come on. So he called you? Why would he call you?
No, his scheduling staffer called first. We hung up on them, and they say, "Can you please hold for the president of the United States?" Then it was Bush Senior.
Why did he call?
To welcome me to the White House. He's looking forward for me to be his
It
guest.
was live?
It was live on the phone.
Why
This
would
is in
he call you
1989. I was a high school kid, the youngest person ever received the American
The
Success
president
Award.
doesn't call people for
Okay,
that.
the president didn't call me then in 1989.
Yeah.
And George Strait
there's
wasn't.
more to this story.
George Strait wasn't with me, and George Shin wasn't
Where?
with me.
Where'd you go,
At the
George?
White House, at the Rose Garden.
Oh.
It's all online. I'm sure you can find it.
don't
I'm sure
wanna
you can even find that
I
president.
don't want to find
George
the crap.
Herbert Walker called Joseph Sempervivo.
If you were my friend, you'd help me become rich and famous. Not
If you
by
were my
giving
friend,
money.
you would work.
I do
incessantly
work.
7 days. You don't know what work is
You
yet.
don't know what you're
7 days a
talking
week,
about.
buddy.
You don't
7
know
days
what
a week.